Alright guys, we're on our way to do a little more shed hunting. Snow, there's still quite a bit of snow, but I've got Willie with me today, and we're gonna hit up a couple spots, see if we can't find anything. But main purpose today is I got a couple trail cameras out and I want to get out and switch the SD cards out in them. We're heading to the Deer and Turkey Expo this weekend in Ohio, so I just want to get those switched out before we get there. And the batteries are, last time I checked was almost a month ago, and the battery was only about 35%, so time to get those switched out and find some sheds. Find your bone. Find your bone, buddy. Find your bone. What do you got? You find your bone? Good boy. Good boy, Willie. Come here. Come here, buddy. Good boy. Come here. Come here. Bring him your bone. Oh, good boy, Willie. That's a good one. Sit. Sit. Hey. Sit. So it looks like he found a really nice, well, it's not really nice, but it's a little 4-point side. He's going to be a decent buck this year. Looks like last year he's a 1.5 year old. Next year he's going to be a pretty decent buck. Good boy. So it looks like they're over here. They're nipping the buds off all this. All this stuff is down. They've been eating. There's piles of deer turds, tracks all over in the snow here. Well, look around and see if we can't come up with the other side. So Willie just found this little guy. It's a little 4-point side. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Willie. Well, this is embarrassing, isn't it, buddy? Huh? We found that nice antler and then you set it down somewhere, now you can't find it. Find your bone. Alright, stay tuned. We're gonna look for it because apparently he dropped it somewhere. Well, there's a lesson to be learned here, guys. I let Willie run around with the antler in his mouth, and it took us about 30 minutes to find it again because he dropped it when we were looking for more antlers. So, lesson to be learned. Don't let your shed dog run around with the antlers in his mouth because you're going to waste a lot of time trying to find it when he decides to drop it when he gets bored. Alright guys, we're at the second spot. Not really up here looking for sheds today. As you can see, there's one on the floor there that we found at the last spot. We're actually up here to switch out a trail camera SD card. It's been up here for about a month. Last time I checked, the battery was on about 35%, so God knows it's probably dead by now, but we're gonna pull that, see if we got anything good on camera. If we get lucky and find something along the way, cool. If not, at least we're gonna get out and get a little exercise today, right, Willie? Right, buddy? Well guys, I've been walking for quite a while now. Just came up on a freaking monster 10-point buck. I don't have my pocket knife or my saw on me, so I'm gonna hike back to the truck. I got a limb saw in my backpack. I don't know why I didn't bring it, but I'm gonna go grab that and saw off this monster's head. Thing is a freaking pig. So this thing's pretty eaten up already. It's a big 10-point. Probably a archery kill. It's pretty well eaten up already, right down to the bones, and all that's left on it is some hide. Even the skull, all it's got is a bunch of hair and some hide on it still. But yeah, I mean, that is a big buck. So We forgot the limb saw in the truck, so me and Willie are gonna hike it back to the truck, grab the limb saw out of my backpack, come back and saw this guy's head off. I don't want to leave him out here and risk somebody else finding him. Alright guys, my battery actually died halfway through the hike when we found that big buck. I went to do a interview about the buck after I got the head cut off, and realized the battery on my vlogging camera is dead. So we hiked back to the truck, and this is the shed we actually found earlier today. Just a little dinky 4-point that Willie found. So we're back at the truck now, but I just wanted to show you guys this buck because he's just very impressive. For New York guys, this is an unbelievable buck. I mean, he's probably 3.5-year-old. He's super heavy around the bases. And he would have been a freaking monster next year. For this area, this buck is a once-in-a-lifetime buck. Probably an archery kill. He's still got some fatty matter on the back of his skull here, and some petrified looking skin on the top of the skull with a bunch of hair around the bases. And on the back end here, right inside the brain cavity, there's still a little bit of brain matter. But for the most part, he's pretty well cleaned up. No chews on his antlers, so that's a good thing. Just this one tip on the left beam got busted off. He would have been I mean, I guess he could be considered a 9, but I'm gonna call him a 10. Just a nice buck. Might have him on trail camera. He looks familiar. I'm gonna have to go through my pictures to see. What do you think, Willie? Huh? What do you think? What do you think?